Magical blessings, happy Halloween, and welcome to Scorpio season. My name is Amber, and I'm your guide to the Kundalini Rising series, Intro into the Chakras 111. Now, to honor the thinning of the veil between our worlds, we will be connecting with our third eye chakra, which is why I have on this beautiful solidite crystal bracelet. Now, while Scorpio season is a time of mystery and wading into the watery depths of the unseen realms, it also invites us into our deepest transformation with its shadowy wisdom, which is why this is the perfect time to get into the third eye chakra. So the third eye chakra represents our intuition, our psychic awareness, and the truth beyond sight in this physical world. This is where we learn to trust the quiet voice of our higher self, to see beyond the illusion, and to awaken our inner knowing. Now, this is the 7th course in which we'll explore how to activate, balance, and trust the voice of your higher self, opening pathways to extrasensory perceptions, inner guidance, and spiritual clarity. We'll learn to trust our inner vision, honor our spiritual gifts, and connect with the divine wisdom that guides us through both the shadow and the light. We'll explore practices to strengthen your intuition, learning about different spiritual tools and gifts that help you connect with the divine and open your psychic senses with clarity and with grace. So, if you're ready to perceive beyond the physical and connect with the unseen, or if you've been feeling called to strengthen your intuition, to reconnect with your spiritual gifts, or to simply remember the truth of who you are, then you are in the perfect place. But first, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on those bell notifications so that you'll be the first to know when new content is unlocked. Now, let's step through the veil together and learn all about your third eye chakra. Now that we've gained effective communication skills, great empathic listening skills, and we can now express our authentic truth in healthy ways from the throat chakra, we are now ready to enter into the third eye chakra, where our intuition, higher consciousness, and our wisdom take center stage. This is the bridge between the physical world and the spiritual world, where consciousness meets the unconscious and where your inner voice is the guide. This is why it was so important that you learn to trust and to recognize your voice in various ways throughout this entire series. And now you can see the progression throughout the chakras. So we began this journey with the Earth Star Chakra, where we anchored our spirit into the heartbeat of the earth, and we learned to listen to the whispers of our soul. In the root, we remember our worth and reinforce our right to take up space, creating safety, and to stand tall in who we are. In the sacral, we gave emotion a language, a desire, a rhythm. We began to feel and express what stirs within us. All of the emotions, the creativity, the desire, giving form to your inner truth. Now, through the solar plexus, we found the courage to claim that truth as our own, to stand in our authentic power, and it ignited our self-belief, teaching us that our voice carries power. Now, when we made it to the heart, we refined that voice with compassion, transforming truth into harmony. It taught us how to speak from love rather than fear. Then we ended up in the throat, where we were invited to finally be free to use our voice, not just to speak, but to resonate its song with the purpose in our hearts. So every step has been a preparation for this very moment. Because before you can open the third eye, you must first know your true voice. Because here it becomes your protection. Your voice is the sound of your soul that cannot be imitated or swayed. It is your North Star in the unseen realms, guiding you through illusion into insight. Your inner voice becomes the compass that helps you discern what frequencies align with your soul, because if you know your true voice, you cannot be tricked by false frequencies because their vibration isn't a match. So basically, real recognize real. So here in the third eye chakra, you'll learn to trust your inner wisdom, your gut feelings, and how to start relying more on this internal guidance rather than constantly seeking outside answers and validations. Now it's the time to make the leap and journey into the spiritual realms. Let's go. Now, the third eye chakra is the gateway to higher consciousness and spiritual awareness. It's located in the center of your forehead, right between your eyebrows. This chakra is considered the center of perception, insight, and inner wisdom. This chakra is symbolized by the color indigo and can kick in around about our 40s or some much sooner. Like some people come in wired from infancy, childhood, or adolescence and beyond. So it varies for each person. And if you are here, then you are right on time. So I'm using the middle age as a reference point because this is the time where you start to reflect on your life experiences, you seek deeper meaning, and you begin to initiate developing your own intuitive abilities. This is when you gain the ability to see past events in your life with greater insight and discern the lessons they have given you. This chakra is called the seeing chakra because it sees beyond the physical sight. This is the time for introspection and spiritual growth and where a search for purpose begins. The third eye is then our connection to that divine energy that flows through all things. Now, as we dive into the third eye chakra, let's first acknowledge its ruling planet, Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is the planet of growth, expansion, wisdom, and higher knowledge. It pushes us to seek deeper meaning in life and beyond the superficial. It rules philosophy, spirituality, truth-seeking, and the broadening of horizons. It encourages optimism, generosity, and a sense of adventure is sprinkled on up in there. So Jupiter is linked to the archetype of the teacher, the guide, the guru, or the hierophant, which is the spiritual teacher whose emphasis on tradition and established systems or beliefs. It's a source of internal wisdom that leads toward enlightenment. It invites us to explore new ideas and experiences, but also instills faith and a sense of purpose. Now, Jupiter's domain is higher education, philosophy, and the pursuit of truth. It helps us integrate seamlessly abstract ideas and find meanings. The third eye chakra is connected with the element of light. Now, light is illumination. It brings clarity, perception, and inner vision or wisdom. It represents the ability to see beyond and to gain insight and to understand the truths that are not immediately apparent to the physical senses. It is the light of consciousness itself. The third eye is the center where our individual consciousness connects to a higher, more universal awareness. And this expansion of awareness is like the light switch being turned on. Now, light not only enables sight, but it enlightens your more intuitive senses. It represents the ability to see beyond, to gain insight, and to understand the truths that are not apparent in the physical senses. It's the ability to perceive patterns, discern truths, and gain clear insights into situations, people, and yourself. The third eye chakra can be blocked by emotional imbalances, negative emotions, and limiting beliefs. This blockage can manifest in numerous ways, impacting your intuition, mental clarity, and even your physical well-being. This can manifest as mental fog, confusion, a lack of focus, forget things easily, or you can't even envision your future. You may experience emotional imbalances such as anxiety, depression, and unpredictable mood swings. You could feel overwhelmed by worries, anxieties, and often without a clear source. You can't sleep, you get headaches, you have eye problems or sinus issues. You could also have difficulty empathizing and understanding others' perspectives. You become kind of closed off to these perspectives and are rigid in your beliefs, not wanting to consider alternative viewpoints or philosophies. You could struggle to grasp metaphors, symbolic messages, or underlying lessons in life's experiences. You could have trouble trusting your intuition, or you dismiss your gut feelings and you regret it later. You might even feel disconnected from your spiritual self and lack a sense of purpose or feel like something is missing from your life. You might be overly cynical or skeptical about spiritual concepts, energy work, or anything that cannot be scientifically proven. Excessive skepticism, doubting spiritual concepts, and rejecting intuitive insights all create barriers to spiritual growth and enlightenment. You depend heavily on others' opinions and validations rather than trusting your own inner guidance. Now that we've talked about some imbalances, let's talk about some ways that we can activate and balance that third eye chakra. So first, the seed mantra for this chakra is This powerful sound can help elevate the energy of this center. Om is considered the primordial sound of the universe. It's the vibration from which all other sounds and existence arose from. So chanting or meditating with this mantra creates a powerful, resonant vibration that dissolves blockages, clears mental clutter, and activates the third eye. It can also be spelled A-U-M, which represents the state of awakening, dreaming, and deep sleep, with the final silence being the state of transcendence, which is the goal. It is the acknowledgement of your connection with the universe. Next, we have the affirmation, I see. This simple yet profound declaration is your commitment to seeing things with clarity and intuition. It is a powerful statement of ownership and empowerment. That means you are active, you are a woke participant in your spiritual journey and not just a passive observer. Have you heard of people that say, I see, after every statement and they squint their eyes? Saying this helps reprogram your subconscious mind to be open to intuitive guidance and to trust the insights you receive. You see? I see. Now, let's look at what parts of the body the third eye chakra governs. So, it governs the brain, which is the command center for the entire body. Its influence on the nervous system links our physical selves to our mental and energetic selves, which governs our thought processes, clarity, and higher cognitive functions. It also rules the pineal gland, also called the seat of the soul. This is the tiny gland in the brain that regulates sleep and wake cycles by producing melatonin. Is also linked to spiritual experiences because its activation enhances the mind's ability to access the subconscious during sleep for guidance and insights. Now, the pituitary glands are the master glands of the endocrine system, controlling the function of the other glands throughout the body. Now, the eyes help us see physically, and it rules the third eye chakra. The nose is essential for breathing, and of course our ears are all physical organs of the head, but they are also primary sensory inputs that feed information to the brain. The third eye's role is to process this raw sensory data and translate it into intuitive understanding. Now, the Sanskrit name for the third eye chakra is Ajna, which means perceive or beyond wisdom. It is the command center where we perceive with clarity and where the mind and ego are transcended, giving way to higher, more complete wisdom. Lastly, the sense connected to the third eye chakra is the sixth sense of intuition, which enables us to perceive higher knowledge or cosmic wisdom from beyond this physical world, free from the filters of our past experiences or judgments. There are signs that validate when your third eye chakra is balanced. After all, it is our center of intuition, insight, and psychic abilities. It's the point of connection between the spiritual and the physical realms. So when this energy center is balanced, the energy is free to flow, and you can feel empowered intuitively. You gain clarity and spiritual insights. You effortlessly see the truth of situations. You trust your gut, and you see the bigger picture at play. You can have healthy, regenerative sleep patterns that coincide with the seasons, or the universal and cosmic rhythms and movements. You have vivid, meaningful dreams that give you insights and guidance that you may recall upon waking. You may also astral project in your dreams, which is where your soul leaves your body and travels around, which is why it's good to stay anchored while you're sleeping. You can also receive synchronicities and have a deep spiritual connection. You frequently notice and interpret meaningful coincidences that seem to guide you on your path. An open third eye heightens your awareness of these subtle energies and the signs that the universe uses to communicate with you, such as angel numbers and different signs and synchronicities that you may be noticing. This illuminates that everything is connected. You may hear a song that helps you understand something that may be speaking to you. These are all part of the different signs and synchronicities that the universe is using to speak with you. You may feel a sense of unity with nature or people and the universe because this chakra is the gateway to universal consciousness. It dissolves the illusion of separation, and it reveals the underlying oneness of all existence. Now that our third eye chakra is opened and we can now access our clairsenses, our clairsenses are also known as ESP or extrasensory perceptions. These are just a way of receiving intuitive information. They are often associated with the third eye chakra, which is gateway to having access to. These clairsenses are considered different ways that our intuition communicates with us, and they can be developed and strengthened through various practices like mindfulness, meditation, or focused intention. Now, what exactly is intuition? So, intuition is a rapid form of cognition where the unconscious mind processes information, experiences, and patterns to arrive at a conclusion that may not be immediately evident to the conscious mind. So intuition is neither wrong nor right, nor logical or illogical. It simply just is. And this is why a balanced third eye chakra allows us to connect fully to our intuition and confidently make decisions based on the raw data or information that we have gained. So this is not to be confused with other inner voices that may be present, but are driven by your fears, insecurity, or your egos. So you have to learn to discern between the two, which can take some time, but with practice, it can be done. A great movie to watch about this would be the K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix. They talk about these inner voices being demons that kind of prevent you from moving forward with your life. And they are very, very real. Okay? So let's get into the different clear senses and if they resonate with you. So first up, we have clairvoyance, which is clear seeing. Now, this involves receiving intuitive information through visions, flashes of images, or seeing events happening in the past, present, or future. So clairvoyance is considered a primary function of the third eye chakra. It enables you to access visions and information from the spiritual realm. Now, clairaudience or clear hearing refers to the ability of hearing sounds, voices, or messages from non-physical sources such as spirits, guides, or other beings, or just sounds that others cannot often perceive in the mind rather than physically. So this includes receiving guidance from spirit or hearing melodies that carry a special message. So if you're in the car and it's a song that reminds you of your mother that doesn't get played all the time, and then that is spirit speaking to you through clairaudience. Or if you're experiencing something that all of a sudden a song comes on, or you hear a song constantly playing in your head and you can't get it out, it's giving you a message. So that is an experience of clairaudience. Next up, we have clairsentience, which is clear feeling. So this is the ability to sense or feel emotions, physical sensations, or energies from other people, places, or situations. So this ability to sense and feel emotions or energy is often referred to as having a strong gut feeling. It involves experiencing emotions and energies of others, sometimes even physical sensations. Like if someone was hurt by something hitting their chest, you will be having labored breathing or feeling a sensation of how that person's pain impacted them here in the physical world. That is an example of having a clear feeling of someone else's physical symptoms. You may also be in a crowd and then you can feel the anxiousness. You could be an empath, and this clairsense is very tied to empaths. So there are different ways that you can also protect yourself so that you aren't so enthralled in the feelings that you are feeling. Next, we have clairalience, which is a clear sense of smelling. And this is the ability to receive psychic information through perceiving scents or smells that are not physically present but may be related to a person, place, or event. So an example of this is smelling a scent associated with a loved one or a spiritual entity when no physical source is present. It's like smelling your grandmother's perfume when you walk into a room, or you smell some food that someone liked in the physical world. This is all clear aliens. Next, we have clairgustance, which is clear tasting, which is the ability to receive psychic information through the sense of taste, like tasting a particular flavor or food or substance without physically consuming it. An example is if you're more into mediumship and then you taste like blood in your mouth, or if someone was transitioning and they were coughing up certain things, that is also an example of this clear sense. And next up, we have claircognizance, which is the clear knowing. Now, this is the ability to simply know something without any logical reasoning or explanation. It's like having sudden insights or intuitive hints downloaded right into your subconscious. This might manifest as a strong gut feeling, an idea that pops into your head, or a deep understanding that transcends conventional knowledge. An open third eye allows for extra clear connection to this deep well of inner knowledge. So an example of this would be like if you're talking to someone and just all of a sudden you know something about this situation, this person, that spirit needs to get across to them. Just a quick boop, and then all of a sudden you know it and you have to say it. Next up, we have clairtangency, which is clear touching. So this is the ability to gain information about a person or object simply by touching it. You can perceive past events or emotions linked to that object. It allows for a deeper understanding of objects and the energy that they hold, which can be interpreted through the intuitive insight provided by the third eye. So an example of this would be touching someone's grandfather's watch, and you touch the watch, and then you are able to now get insights from the grandfather, because objects hold energy. So if you do a lot of drifting or, going to get different objects that were antiquing, like all those things carry spirits, carry energy. So you want to be very careful with what you get when you antique. All right. Next up, we have clairkinesthesia, which is clear movement. And this is the ability to sense movements or physical sensations without a physical cause. So all of a sudden you get something moving around you, or you feel their energy or presence around you. Next up, we have clear empathy, which is clear emotion. And this is the ability to feel the emotions of others, even those at a distance, and sense the emotional energy of places or objects. So this is more like, being an empath, not even having to be right in front of someone, but you can feel them from a distance. You can tune into their energy. So some very powerful things. Let me know if any of this resonates with you. Now that we learned when the third eye is in balance, when it's out of balance, we learned about some clear senses. Now let's learn about some third eye chakra crystals. So the first crystal that we're going to learn about is this beautiful amethyst. Now, amethyst is the most popular third eye chakra crystal. Amethyst enhances spiritual awareness, inner peace, and it stimulates psychic abilities. It calms the mind, it reduces stress, and it aids in dream recall and interpretation. Amethyst is also believed to offer protection against negative energies. Next up, we have sodalite. Now, sodalite is a stone of logic, intuition, and inner truth. It balances the left and the right brain hemispheres as it enhances mental clarity, self-acceptance, and communication. It's good for emotional balance, and it is considered the poet's stone. It aids in expressing our inner truth, and it also assists in relieving stress, anxiety, and it'll give you a boost of confidence. Next up, we have labradorite. Now, labradorite is known as the stone of magic. If you look at it, it kind of glimmers a little bit. Labradorite enhances intuition, psychic abilities, and spiritual transformations. It opens spiritual awareness, protects against negativity, strengthens the aura, and is especially beneficial during spiritual awakenings. Now, let's get into some essential oils, because essential oils being used as aromatherapy is a great way to enhance your third eye chakra. The first oil we want to talk about that's a must for the third eye chakra is clary sage. Now, clary sage is often used to enhance intuition, open thought processes, and clear creative blocks, promoting mental clarity and connection to our inner guidance. It is considered to aid in seeing clearly and gaining insights from the unconscious mind. Using clary sage essential oil basically has the same effects of burning sage. So this is a traditional sage bundle that you can burn to smudge the area, but you can also use aromatherapy as well. Next up, we have Palo Santo. Now, Palo Santo aroma is known for its calming and clarifying effects, which can help quiet mental chatter and promote focus, which is essential for allowing deeper access into these intuitive and insightful aspects of the third eye chakra. By clearing mental distractions, Palo Santo allows individuals to tap into their inner wisdom and enhance their connection to the spiritual realm. Palo Santo also comes in its natural form, which is wood, and it is called the holy wood. As a cleaning agent, Palo Santo can help clear stagnant or negative energies from a space or a person's energy field, creating a more receptive environment for spiritual connection and intuition to flourish. So you can light this and smudge yourself. Now, we can't talk about sage and Palo Santo without mentioning our sage and Palo Santo carpet deodorizers that combine both sage and Palo Santo essential oils with selenite crystal powder, and it has crushed dry sage to help clear out any stagnant or lower vibrational energies. Now, sage and Palo Santo are the best oils and herbs to use for preparing to journey into your third eye chakra. So if you don't want to have to light these herbs to smudge with smoke, you can sprinkle some of this deodorizer in your space to have the same effects without all of the smoke. Unless you want the smoke, then we can get the smoke. All right. Otherwise, we're going to sprinkle. Sprinkle a little bit. All right. Sprinkle. And these carpet deodorizers smell amazing. Smell so fresh. You can see some of the sage pieces up in there. You can check it out the back of the bottle. See the pieces of sage that are crushed, and crystal powder is added. Sprinkle. Crystal powder right in there. Make sure to purchase on our website. One last third eye chakra essential oil is a sandalwood. Now, this is a wonderfully grounding oil that supports deep introspection. It helps calm the mind and is believed to enhance spiritual awareness and intuitive abilities. Sandalwood is also associated with balancing the chakras, including the third eye, promoting feelings of peace and clarity. Now, since this is the third eye chakra, I want to give you a little bonus and talk about spiritual telephones. So, These are some spiritual tools that I want to introduce. Now, I know that we all might have heard of Ouija boards, but there are many, many other more accessible to connect and communicate with spirit. For instance, we have tarot cards, which are these. We also have oracle decks. And these are all used as tools for self-reflection, introspection, and gaining perspective on current life situations. How you use these cards is you simply ask a question, and the cards act as a mirror, showing you hidden influences and potential outcomes, guiding your intuition towards a deeper, fuller understanding. So, how they will work is you just ask yourself a question. Spirit, thank you so much for being here today. What are you bringing to this course? Yep. Here we go. The moon, intuition, which is right in line with the third eye chakra. Look at spirit, come through. All right. As you can see, we have the scorpion there. When we first started, I said this was Scorpio season. And then the moon. So it's a full moon coming up. And this is all about intuition, diving into your third eye chakra. Isn't that a beautiful message from spirit? Come through. Other ways and tools for spiritual telephones that we can use are pendulums. So this is a pendulum, which have been used since ancient times as a form of divination or dowsing. So by holding the pendulum over a question, or you can ask it a question and it can answer in subtle movements. It can swing like it is now, it can do circles, or it can be stilled. And these are believed to be an involuntary physical response to your own intuition or spiritual energy, providing a simple yes or no or maybe answer. So we can say, pendulum, can you show me yes? This is the pendulum sign for yes. Thank you. Stop. And can you show me no? Can you show me no? So this is the no for this pendulum. And we can program it, we can connect at any time. And pendulums not only come like this, there are different forms of pendulums. So they don't always having a string on the end of a crystal. They also come in the form of dowsing rods. So this is a dowsing rod. These rods are usually used for locating things, traditionally water, minerals, or energy fields. So by holding them loosely and by allowing them to cross or to dip in response to subtle energetic shifts, they are similar to pendulums in that they act as a biofeedback tool, translating your subconscious intuition into a visible physical movement. Now, these special dowsing rods are particularly potent tools for the third eye work because they are made with copper that is twisted into a spiral, which is known in metaphysical circles to act as an energy conductor and amplifier. So this spiral extends to a point which is capped with a beautiful polished ball of lapis lazuli. Now, copper enhances the flow of energy between your body and the rods, making the subtle shifts in your intuition much clearer. And lapis lazuli is one of the most powerful stones for the third eye chakra. Its presence here stimulates inner wisdom, truth, and spiritual enlightenment, ensuring the information you receive through these rods is clear, high vibrational, and deeply intuitive. So by using these specially crafted rods, You're not just dowsing, you're amplifying your intuitive connection and receiving guidance that is aligned with your highest truth. You will hold them loosely in your hands like this, and then you will ask questions. So you can say, can you show me? Yes. So this is yes. Thank you. Can you show me? No. When it goes out this way, that means no. And are we speaking from our highest truth? Yes. So you can ask tons of questions and it will connect you with the highest truth of the universe. Now that we've explored the subtle energy bodies and the different tools that are used to pick up on them, let's talk about the frequency of the third eye chakra. So the 852 hertz frequency is referred to as the frequency of intuition. And since the third eye chakra is the gateway to higher consciousness and the spiritual realm, this is the perfect alignment. The 852 frequency facilitates a returning to spiritual or universal order. So listening to this frequency that has been playing throughout this entire course can help strengthen your connection to the third eye chakra, because it is the tone that resonates with your third eye chakra. It helps us to see through the veil of illusion, clear out any mental or emotional blockages, such as mental fog or negative thought patterns. And it is also said to activate and decalcify the pineal gland to stimulate heightened spiritual perception. This tone can help to quiet the mind's constant chatter and dissolve fear, anxiety, self-doubt, and any other such mental clutter in your logical mind. Instead, it creates a calm balance, and it reconnects you to the innate wisdom, intuitive messages, and the insights from spirit. Getting your third eye chakra into its optimal state of vibration can lead to a stronger connection to your highest self, and it can give you access to your spiritual gift, talents, and abilities. Let's get into some additional physical ways that you can open, activate, and balance your third eye chakra. Meditation. Meditation is a great way to connect with your third eye chakra. And there are different meditation techniques and different ways that you can connect with your third eye chakra via meditation. You can do humming breaths, you can do candle gazing and intuitive sketching, which we'll be getting into when we get to our exercises. So let's talk about the different foods that we can eat to help balance, activate, and open this third eye chakra. Because food is the medicine that we feed our bodies, and you are what you eat. So let's dive into the food that provides sustenance to our third eye chakra. So indulging in veggies like eggplants, purple cabbage, purple carrots, purple broccoli, all with their deep purple colors, all resonate with the third eye chakra. They are loaded with vitamins and flavonoids that support health and brain function, as well as eye health and memory. Moving on to fruits. Fruits like purple grapes and plums, blueberries, blackberries are all loaded with all types of antioxidants, vitamins to help enhance the functions of the immunity cells, brain health, and your cognitive abilities. Additionally, enjoying teas and fresh herbs such as lavender and chamomile for their soothing, calming, and gentle energies to reduce stress and relax the mind are very beneficial. Also, for my Harry Potter fans, mugwort. Mugwort is a powerful herb used in spiritual practices to enhance dreams, promoting lucid dreaming and increasing psychic awareness. Eyebright is directly connected to vision and perception and is used to strengthen both physical and intuitive insights. Tulsi or holy basil is another powerful spiritual herb that purifies the mind, body, and spirit, making it easier to connect to your higher consciousness. The third eye chakra has different yoga poses that often involve gentle pressure on the forehead or poses that encourage inner stillness and concentration. So some of these could be inversions that increase blood flow to the brain. Different poses like eagle pose. Now, this balancing pose requires intense focus and concentration to maintain. The inward gaze and the physical challenge of this pose forces you to shut out internal distractions and turn your attention inward, directly engaging the third eye's ability to concentrate and to find a center point. The seated forward bend pose. Now, this pose calms the nervous system and brings the head towards the knees, creating a gentle internal pressure of the forehead. It encourages a focus on the inner world, drawing the senses inward and creating a space for self-reflection and insight. Now, the shoulder stand pose is a deep inversion, meaning that the head is below the heart. And this can direct and enhance a significant amount of blood flow to the head, potentially stimulating the glands here, which may help regulate hormonal imbalances. Last but not least is the dolphin pose. As an inversion, this pose increases fresh oxygenated blood flow to the brain, potentially stimulating this chakra. Because your forearms are on the ground, it offers more stability and allows for you to hold this pose for longer periods of time. Let's move over to the mudras. Now, the Kalishvara mudra opens the third eye chakra by calming the mind to promote self-reflection and transformation. This stillness allows access to the intuition and wisdom of this energy center, leading to greater clarity and inner peace. Now, this mudra is the Sanskrit name for the Lord of Death, and it's all about slowing down the monkey mind and becoming an observer of your thoughts. This is especially helpful when breaking habitual patterns or overcoming unwanted character traits or addictions, which is great with the amethyst. The third eye helps us see ourselves without judgment and understands our patterns to make conscious changes from a place of awareness. To do this mudra, simply touch all your fingers together like a heart, and then touch the tips of your middle fingers. So you'll be bending the index, the ring, and the pinky fingers inward to create a heart shape with the tips of your thumbs touching. Point the thumbs toward your heart or your chest and spread your elbows out to the sides while keeping your head in the front of your chest with the focus on your breath. Now, this mudra is believed to help calm the nervous system, to clear out mental blocks, and enhance intuition, memory, and concentration. As we bring our exploration of the third eye chakra to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on what we learned today. Our journey has been one of discovery. First, we began by uncovering the stage of human development that relates to the third eye chakra and its profound significance during your middle ages. This pivotal stage highlights our inner world connecting to the universe. Next, we discussed the characteristics of the third eye chakra, including its expansive color of indigo, its location between your eyebrows, and the signs that indicate whether it's balanced or blocked. So remember, by cultivating self-awareness of these signs is a key to your personal growth and your healing. Your body and emotions are always offering you valuable feedback, and it's your job to listen. Our understanding was further enriched by examining the expansive planet Jupiter. Finally, we explored techniques to connect, open, activate, and align the third eye chakra. from the resonant power of the seed mantra Om, that 852 hertz frequency of intuition. We tap into foods, yoga poses, crystals, all that support the third eye. We uncovered the magic of essential oils, mudras. We learned about the different clairsenses that can be activated. Each method offering a unique pathway to enhance our spiritual and emotional well-being. As we conclude, think about which of these practices and gifts resonated with you the most and how you might incorporate them into your daily life. Next, we'll discuss some homework and some extra practice to continue on this journey. As always, before we conclude and complete this course, I always want to leave you with some activities or extra exercises that you can do to enhance and integrate your third eye chakra connection to your daily life. Now, the first sacred tool I've created for you is a third eye chakra dream recall sheet. We've learned that your dreams are a powerful way that spirit can connect with you. They can leave you insights, clues, and direct guidance for navigating your waking life. They often provide solutions to problems that your rational mind can't solve. To use this tool effectively, try this simple process. Before you go to bed every night, make it your clear, firm intention to remember your dreams. And state this intention out loud. You can even put a third eye chakra crystal like amethyst or labradorite in your pillowcase or underneath it to help anchor this intention. And you will want a glass or a bowl of water next to your bed. And you want to have this sheet and a pen right next to it as well. So as soon as you wake up, before you check your phone or get out of bed, immediately jot down everything that you remember. Don't filter it. Just write the feelings, images, or words that come up. Once you do this, you can take the water that you place underneath your bed and you can pour it into a tree. Is what I like to do. So once I finish with the water, I like to go outside and then give it to nature. So with this sheet and this dream journal, you want to jot down everything that you will remember. And you can allow the affirmation, I see insights clearly, to guide you as you write and you reflect. Now, the next sacred tool that I have created is a third eye chakra reflection sheet. Now, this tool encourages deep, focused observation using your inner sight. It's designed to activate and train the subtle muscles of your third eye chakra. This is where you can practice several forms of focused gazing. So you can use this sheet for mirror gazing. And that's where you sit comfortably in front of a mirror with dim lighting, looking directly into your eyes, past the surface for several minutes without blinking if possible. Now, mirror gazing is a profound way to bypass the ego and meet your true intuitive self face to face. As you gaze, ask your intuition a question. And then notice any subtle images, colors, or answers that appear within your reflection. Then you will want to write it down or draw it onto your paper. Next is candle gazing. And this is where you place a lit candle a few feet away from you at eye level, and you sit quietly and you focus on the flame. And when your eyes water or the flame begins to burn, gently close your eyes and you will see the impression of the flame behind your eyelids, floating through your mind's eye. Now hold that image for as long as you can. Now, this exercise dramatically enhances mental focus and trains your inner vision. One last way to use this sheet is for intuitive drawing. With this, you can close your eyes completely and simply let your third eye guide your hand. Take a pen and let your hand move across the paper without conscious thought. Your subconscious may draw symbols, shapes, or images that represent your current energetic state or provide you with visual messages. Now, I encourage you to use all of these exercises to build the strength and reliability of your intuitive muscle, cultivate inner stillness, and constantly receive the clarity and the wisdom that comes from your most authentic guided self. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through your third eye chakra. Go forth and see clearly. I hope that you have enjoyed this deep dive into your third eye chakra. Now be on the lookout for a very special third eye chakra meditation that will accompany this course to be used as extra credit as it assists you with a deeper personal connection to this energy center. As we conclude our focus on the third eye chakra, we are already preparing for the next exciting phase of our adventure as it leads us to the crown chakra on our journey to awaken your Kundalini energy, facilitating healing on a mental, emotional, and spiritual level. Our ultimate goal is for you to embody the highest version of yourself on your unique path of self-love and profound discovery. To further empower your third eye chakra journey and beyond, I've lovingly created a magical blessings toolkit with the crystals, essential oils, and other high vibrational treasures that we've discussed today. Now, these are not just products. They are sacred allies for your energetic practices designed to hold this high frequency that you are cultivating. You can find them and other tools for your transformation on our website. Your engagement fuels this community, and our collective energy is a beautiful ripple of shared inspiration. If you have learned anything new and or interesting today, or if you simply made it this far with an open heart, please share your light in the comment section below. And as an energetic exchange for the time, effort, and the love poured into creating this course, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and also turn on your bell notifications. This simple act of support allows us to reach more beautiful souls on their journey to self-love. You can also follow Crystal and Tees on all of the other social media platforms listed here. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for sharing your precious time, for opening your mind to these ancient truths, and for welcoming me as your guide through the wondrous world of the chakras. Until next time, vibrate higher, beautiful souls.